Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about Walmart Spark gives earning adjustments for drivers. So I've been a Walmart Spark driver for a short period of time, but today, or really last night at some point, I received an email about an earnings adjustment that drivers are receiving, which is an interesting topic that has been buzzing around today, or just in general. Some of the responses have been honestly a little typical, but also revealing on where we are mentally as a gig economy. So with that said, we are talking about the details of the earnings adjustment from Walmart Spark, what they are saying, what the community is saying versus how it actually is, and everything in between. But before we do that, let's go over a quick disclaimer. The content of this video does not contain is never intended to be legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is advised that you conduct your own research and consult qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. I also want to be clear that everything is market to market and case by case. So what applies to me and my market or any of the markets that are mentioned throughout this video may not apply to you. So with that said, let's get started. The email itself. Based on a review of our records, additional reimbursements related to tips from the earlier periods, including interest, will be distributed to you through your primary earnings method. Disbursements will be made via a paper check by mail if no earnings method is linked to your account. A disbursement will appear as adjustment credit, tip adjustment in the Spark driver app. So this is for orders that had tips on the platform. I wonder if that has to do with the amount of tips that were baited at some point. I wonder if this has to do with tip baiting at all, or people tipping more, but then Walmart was like not distributing it at all. Or another point that was brought up by the Gig Economy podcast, which I think is a valid point. Maybe this is just damage control. They foresee a class action lawsuit, and in order to prevent that potential damage, they paid out as many people as possible to reduce the overall net gain of what a class action lawsuit would earn them. Because at the end of the day, you could sue anybody, but it's really how much will that lawsuit be worth to the lawyer that you are doing this with. You could sue them for $1,000, but if it costs you $5,000 to pay the lawyer, is it worth the $1,000? Probably not. They give a few more details about when you'll receive it, how you could see it in your account, and how it'll apply to your 1099, but they don't give any real details about the amount of interest that you'll be earning. And of course, everybody is earning a different amount. In fact, I found a community post where somebody actually received $733.13 from Walmart Spark from this adjustment credit. And of course, you got a bunch of people in the comments saying, I got a whopping $18.50, I got $273, I only got $35, I got a whole $17.81. I will say that this is actually really cool, and for those who have been active on Spark for a long time, they end up getting more from this, and I think that's pretty cool because I think that people who have been on the platform longer should receive greater rewards, even if those rewards were from people who either got tip baited or they got screwed over somehow. They ended up making out because of it. Would it be great if they did this every year? Yeah. Do I think it's going to happen every year? Well, somebody mentioned like, oh, do it every year. I doubt they're going to. I think they're only going to do it for as long as class action lawsuits are still something that is foreseeable. I mean, I still have to make a video on this, but Uber is now settling out with Seattle. Doordash had to settle out a bunch of class action lawsuits costing them millions. And I think Walmart was like, you know what? Let's be proactive and make sure that that we just pay these people sooner rather than later. And that's what they ended up doing, which is even cooler because they actually got interest as well. And I wonder how much the interest was for him. Honestly, I really don't have a lot to say about this. I'm really going to focus on the live stream tonight. Maybe we'll talk about it on the live stream. So even if you see this video and we may be presenting that later, make sure to catch the potential clip of that on the Gone Wild live streams and podcast channel. Or if you want to catch the full raw unedited live stream replay, make sure to check out the Driven Wyld Patreon channel, to where we post all unedited live streams and exclusive clips that cannot be posted on YouTube. And of course, if you want to learn more about the gig economy as a whole, make sure to check out drivenwyld.com. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time.